All right, so today I wanted to talk about this article from Yahoo Finance. Nouriel Roubini, 99% of crypto is a scam. I'll get into what he said, and then I'll get into what I believe. Um, so again, they talk about FTX and SBF, but the main things that I wanted to get into here. You have to stay away, or sorry, quote, you have to stay away from crypto. You absolutely have to stay away, Roubini said, and most of these people literally belong in jail. Literally, they're all crooks. Let's see, again, they talk about SBF, FTX. Again, this is one of the other main things I wanted to bring up here. They say put a blockchain, no, where is it here? Okay, this is what I wanted to bring up here. Roubini expressed similar skepticism towards blockchain technology, arguing you cannot essentially create trust with technology alone without verification from a trusted institution. So, I mean, the first thing I would point out here is that Nouriel Roubini is a complete scumbag, and I'm not going to get into the reasons why. I mean, it should be very easy to figure out. Again, my opinion, but he's wrong about this. I mean, he's actually right. I mean, 99% of crypto, in my opinion, is a scam, right? And I'll get right into it, to be honest. Anything that is proof of stake, you should be staying away from, in my opinion. Again, obviously everything all here, my opinion, but I think it's really easy to back this stuff up when you actually think about it. If it's proof of stake, you want to stay away from it, because proof of stake is just slightly changing up the existing financial system, right? Proof of stake coins are always heavily centralized, or at the very least moderately centralized. Again, virtually all of them would argue differently, but when you have a CEO of your coin, I'm sorry, you're not decentralized, because the government can go after that guy. When you have a corporation that is basically running things, I'm sorry, you're not decentralized, because the government can go after them. Look at what they're doing with XRP, right? There's a lot of XRP fanatics out there. Again, I'm sorry, they think that it's going to be the next world reserve currency. It's like, if the government can sue you, the answer to that is no. Even if you win, the answer is still no. No sane person, and I'll get into here. You cannot create trust with blockchain alone. Yes, you can. And he says, oh, you need verification from a trusted institution. Why is FTX not a trusted institution? So again, this idea of a trusted institution, that is an opinion. There's no way to verify that, right? There is a way to verify it if you're proof of work, right? And the reason being is that the government, like if the government wanted to go after Bitcoin, they couldn't do it. They can't sue any corporation like they can with XRP. They can't arrest Vitalik or Joe Lubin or Charles Hoskinson. They can't do it, right? So you can create trust with blockchain technology if the coin is proof of work and there's no CEO, there's no corporation, it is entirely decentralized. Bitcoin is the best example of this. The privacy coin advocates would argue they're the best examples of that. I disagree, although those are the only other coins that I believe are legitimate. The only coins that are legitimate, in my opinion, is Bitcoin is the clear number one. This is blatantly obvious at this point, in my opinion, that the crypto space will go the way of Bitcoin. People thinking that any other coin it's going to destroy, it's like, no, it's not, right? I mean, these crypto bull markets, again, it's very obvious they follow the Bitcoin halving cycle and Bitcoin bull markets, right? Short of the meme coins who have these short periods of time of pump and dumps, the crypto space as a whole is following Bitcoin, sorry. So this idea that Ethereum is going to overtake it, or Cardano or XRP, it's such garbage, right? And again, Nouriel Roubini is completely right on this. He says 99%. Obviously, it's not an exact figure. I would say 99.99% of crypto is a scam. I'm fully on board that. I can count on one hand the ones that I think you can actually definitively say are not scams. And it's Bitcoin, it's Monero, Pirate Chain, I think you could argue is in there. And then there's one or two other ones that I'm not sold on yet, but I think it's possible, right? Like I say, you can count on one hand the amount of crypto that is actually legitimate, right? So again, anything that's proof of stake, no. Anything that had a large pre-mine or a pre-mine at all, right? This is another thing that people aren't talking about with Ethereum and Solana and like all of these coins. They had giant pre-mines. I mean, Solana, I think like 50% of the coins went to the insiders. Like this is glorified pump and dump stuff. And again, Nouriel Roubini is completely right about this, right? They are scams. But again, I mean, he's wrong in that he would probably argue Bitcoin is as well. But this is the point that I've been trying to get across for the longest time. And again, what happens over the long run, nobody really knows, right? Nobody really knows. But I mean, I think that it could be good news in that we have the Fed, who's most likely, I mean, the bond market overwhelmingly points towards it, but most likely going to be cutting rates within the next year, year and a half, which also is going to coincide with the next Bitcoin halving cycle in May of 2024. So we could, and we most likely will get another crypto bull market, which we may have just started. Bitcoin's up quite a bit recently, but we may have just started it, although I think it's still very early on. I think there's still a lot of unknowns. But again, I wanted to make this point because there's a lot of myths out there that a lot of these people, they have economics degrees, they're, high level finance guys, like they're not stupid. But this is the problem, that it's how the old saying goes, is that you cannot convince someone something that their salary depends on them not understanding, right? And that's the problem with a lot of these guys that exist in the existing financial system, is that, I mean, Peter Schiff, good example of this. I mean, his salary is dependent on gold. Of course he's going to be bearish on Bitcoin. Someone who, I mean, Nouriel Roubini, these guys are dependent upon the existing ways of doing things. Warren Buffett, who I'm a fan of in some ways, but in all other ways he's a scumbag. The fact that he gamed the system and he made a whole bunch of money on the bank bailouts in '08, like they are highly dependent upon the system running the way that it currently runs. So of course they don't want to bring upon significant change, right? And again, you take someone like Nouriel Roubini, the same thing, right? The same thing. And again, another thing that he pointed out here, where did he say it? 99% of crypto is a scam, a criminal activity. This is another problem that these guys don't point out. I mean, let's take like a, Bank of America, like a lot of these big banks, they've literally paid tens of billions of dollars in fines throughout their history for doing shady stuff. So this idea that criminal activity and shady stuff magically just started going on in the financial industry, since crypto got big, like that's just a lie, right? It's just a blatant lie. And again, I would acknowledge that, again, the vast majority of these coins are scam, may not be the best way of putting it, but I mean, they are based on the existing definition of an unregistered security. Ethereum is an unregistered security. Cardano, Solana, XRP, the list goes on and on. And again, maybe you disagree with the definition, but based on the existing definition, they are unregistered securities, meaning Vitalik is breaking the law. Joe Lubin, Hodgkinson, XRP, and all those idiots. They are breaking the law based on the existing law. And again, I wouldn't be the least bit mad if they go after these people, because the Ethereums, the Cardanos, not that I think they have zero use. Personally, I do think they have some use, but they are an abomination of what cryptocurrency should be. Cryptocurrency should be, again, decentralized, which they are not, proof of work, which they are not, like uncensorable is also the other big thing too. And then again, Ethereum has rolled back their chain before, right? I mean, and these other coins are even worse. I mean, the Solana network goes down all the time. Like, why are people buying into this garbage? Right? Why? And again, people would argue that for Bitcoin too. I mean, what use does Bitcoin have? There's no value of it. How do you value it? And it's like, what are you talking about? I understand compared to Apple stock, yeah, you can't have a cash flow and all that stuff. Of course, I understand that, but anybody who makes that argument, you haven't done your research. I'm sorry. Right? And even if you do your research and you come to a different conclusion, okay, at least I can accept that to a degree. But these people, they haven't done any research, anything. And the point I'm trying to make here is that Bitcoin, and I mean, you can argue Monero, Pirate Chain, but Bitcoin is the only established thing in existence that you can trade peer-to-peer with no censorship, with no chance of censorship. And do it privately if you want as well. Now again, that's where the privacy coin guys would freak out and say, oh no, you can't, Bitcoin surveillance coin, blah, 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 blah. But again, if you're willing to put the effort in, yeah, you can, right? And that's just something that people just lie about as well, right? You can't do it with existing money because if the bank disagrees with your political opinions, they can always shut it down, right? Or if the government disagrees with your political opinions, or if, PayPal disagrees with your political opinions, or Venmo, or Cash App, or e-transfer, I mean, in Canada, right? If the bank or anyone, if they disagree with you, you're gone, you're done, right? You can do it with gold to a degree, but if I want to, buy something for $10,000 or $100,000 from someone in Europe with gold, you can do it, but good luck, right? Good luck. I can snap my fingers and do it with Bitcoin, right? And with a guarantee, 100% guarantee that that person is going to get it, as long as you're not an idiot and you know how to you understand Bitcoin, and that it's not going to be censored, and that you have final settlement, right? You cannot do that with anything else, and that is the value of Bitcoin, right? So. And what is the value of that, right? What is the value of that? Obviously, it's subjective. I'm not going to claim that I know exactly how much value it is, but if Visa and MasterCard are both companies, in the hundreds of billions of dollars in value, if gold is like a $10 trillion market cap, like I don't see any reason why Bitcoin shouldn't be in the trillions, right? So, and in my mind, it's more valuable than gold. So. That is the value of Bitcoin. And again, this is the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, Cardano, you name it, right? They can be censored. You have no guarantee, you probably will, but you have no guarantee that the person on the other end is going to get it because they can censor it if they want. The government can censor it if they want, right? The network could go down, right? So again, this is the problem, right? This is the problem. I think everybody, the people criticizing, like I say, Nouriel Roubini, again, complete scumbag, but he's right that 99% of crypto is a scam. And honestly, for the crypto space as a whole to thrive in the long run, you need these scammy coins to go away, right? We need that. So all of these proof of work coins that have CEOs and are run by corporations, they need to go away. They need to go down, right? And again, that's another thing that I can't stand too. It's the people, Bitcoin has no value. It's like there is a laundry list of coins that the network's constantly going down. The CEO was massive insider, massive pre-mines. Like every single conceivable thing that can be wrong with a cryptocurrency exists in some of these cryptos, and yet these coins still won't go to zero. Right? They still won't go to zero. So this idea that Bitcoin it's worth nothing, it's like, no, right? I mean, like, it's just laughable people actually make these arguments. So anyway, just wanted to talk about that today. If you liked the video, hit that like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.